Hey guys, and welcome back to Unmasked. As you can see, we've got a new camera and a new format for all our upcoming videos that will detail all your favorite DC characters. So, in this first part of the Guardians and Ghouls of Gotham, we'll be dealing with the man who started it all, Bruce Wayne, better known as the Batman. Now, the Dark Knight has been protecting Gotham and the world at large for over 75 years, spanning all four ages of comics, and is one of DC's most popular characters. But how exactly did he come about? And how has he become the icon that he is today? Well, to answer that, let's take a chronological trip through the history of Batman, starting with this video that will detail his origins, as well as our next video that will look more into the adventures during the golden age of comics. So, inspired by the mysterious spy character known as the Shadow, who had his own series of pulp magazines, Batman was created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger in May of 1939. Now, contrary to popular belief, Batman's first appearance wasn't in Detective Comics issue 27, but in Action Comics issue 12, which was published earlier in that month. Now, granted, this appearance wasn't an actual comic, but an advertisement for the upcoming adventure strip. Still, neat little bit of trivia there. Go on, impress your friends. As I said, the actual first comic appearance of Batman would be in Detective Comics 27, in a story called The Case of the Chemical Syndicate. He was an immediate hit with the readers and received a solo title simply called Batman the following year. However, he still continued to star in Detective Comics, as well as appear in World's Best Comics, which was later changed to World's Finest Comics, along with other DC heroes such as Superman, Green Arrow, and Zatara. Now, while there have been dozens of iterations of the Batman character, in almost every version, the one thing that almost always stays the same is his identity as Bruce Wayne and the original trauma that set him on the path to becoming the Dark Knight. So, born to physician Dr. Thomas Wayne and his wife, who was heir to the Kane chemical fortune, Martha Wayne née Kane, Bruce grew up in the high society of Gotham City. His family home, Wayne Manor, is a large and ornate mansion on the outskirts of the city. Now, but despite their wealth and privileges, the Waynes were actually deeply invested in the poor of Gotham and were involved in many charitable organizations and acts. So, during his time with his parents, Bruce is portrayed as, a relatively happy and well-adjusted child, which, is such a stark contrast from the brooding persona of the Batman that he eventually takes on. So, as we most of us know, this happy childhood is cut short when, at the age of 8, Bruce witnesses the murders of his parents by a small-time mugger and criminal known as Joe Chill. Now, in the original telling of this event, which is shown in a 2-page comic called The Batman and How He Came to Be, which can be found in Detective Comics issue 33, this mugger didn't even have a name, and was probably just there to show, the cruelty of random, faceless violence. Joe Chill wouldn't even get a name until Batman issue 47, when Bruce would not only confront him, but reveal his identity to him. Yeah, too bad Joe Chill dies before he can tell anyone else. The reason for Thomas and Martha's murders have varied with the different writers who have handled this story. Often the shooting, which takes place in Crime Alley as the Waynes walk home from a movie theater, has been presented as a simple mugging gone wrong, as Chill panics and then shoots both Thomas and Martha, killing them. But a lesser used story is that Chill was actually a hitman sent by the gangster Lou Moxon, who wanted to destroy the influential Waynes, and to make it only look like a mugging gone bad. So this story is further explored in the story The Untold Legend of Batman, which we'll discuss in a later video as it's written later in time. After the murder of his parents, Bruce makes a vow to devote himself to fighting crime, and he begins this strict regimen of intense physical and intellectual training. Later, the details of this training we get to see as Bruce learns from several different avenues, including working with the FBI, training in several types of martial arts with Master Kagiri, and also the bounty hunter known as Henry Ducard. So this training and much more is probably best illustrated in the 1989 comic The Man Who Falls, which is a concentrated retelling of several previously published Batman stories, including the Batman and how he came to be. However, despite all this training, he realizes that he'll need more than just skill to take out these criminals. And in an iconic scene, Bruce states that criminals are a suspicious and cowardly lot. So my disguise must be able to strike terror into their hearts. I must be a creature of the night, black, terrible. And just as he's saying this giant bat flies through the window of Wayne Manor, startling him. And it harkens back to an old childhood fear, and Bruce knows what his symbol must be, and the Batman is born. Now, even though this should probably be common knowledge at this point, it needs to be said, Bruce Wayne has no superpowers. True, he has an almost endless supply of wealth to keep him in batarangs, as well as the latest tech that Wayne Enterprises can, cook up. But his greatest weapon is his mind. His detective and forensic knowledge is almost unparalleled. And combined with his physical prowess and mastery of several, deadly arts, he more than earns the title World's Greatest Detective. So now that we have the basis for Bruce's origin as Batman, make sure to check out our next video where we'll be looking into his adventures during the Golden Age as he starts up. Once again, be sure to like and subscribe for New World Slackers, for this show, our other lore show for Game of Thrones, A Cup of Ice and Fire, as well as our review show, which is Harvey and Jill's Not So Perfect Reviews. We got lots more coming, so yeah, be sure to stick around, like, subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye!